Good day, everybody. How the hell are we today? Man, long time, no video. It's been a while, eh? I guess we haven't put any videos up since any of the ice road content. So sorry about that sun. It is a bitch. It is actually hot. It is hot as hell here. I've got my windows up and my AC on. I'm still in Canada, for Christ's sake. I'm just coming up on Windsor. I'm just making a quick hop across the border. I'll be delivering in Detroit at some point, probably this afternoon, early evening. And then I gotta run down to Battle Creek for my reload, and hopefully we'll get that on later this evening. But I just, you know what, I haven't had a lot to say. I've had a lot going on, as a few of you all know. You've been watching a couple of the lives we've done, but we haven't done any material. We've been doing lives just so you guys know that, you know, I didn't fall off the edge of the earth, and I'm still here, and I know that you're still there, and so yeah, it's but today's today's a new day. I got the truck back. It was in Freightliner for 16 days total. And I know I put out a short saying I found the worst freight. I am going to be putting out a video about that. Although I am just making sure on a legal end I have all of my I's dotted and T's crossed before I go any farther and release it. So that's what we're waiting on for that. Hopefully it's all good. You know, slander is only slander if it's not true. Well, everything I'm saying is true, but I just have to make sure anyway. So that's all we're doing with that. But believe me, guys, I did find the worst Freightliner dealership. Yeah, so I guess we're gonna. I'm 15 miles from Detroit. I'm crossing the Ambassador. Anybody that's familiar with the area that drives Canada, US, you obviously know where I am, by the windmills and everything like that we just passed. So yeah, I'm just gonna do a quick video today to let you guys know, hey, I'm still here, you're still there. We're gonna start putting up content again. Like I said, I've just had a real busy couple of weeks between the truck and Freightliner and a couple other issues and things I've got going on in my personal life, of which I'm not really going into. But now it's back to work. It's time to go back to work. You know what? Money doesn't make itself. I don't just sit my lazy boy at home and have money fall off out of the ceiling and land in my lap. I gotta go get it. So that's what we're doing. So yeah, when I get over, let's get across the border. Let's get over to Detroit. Let's get this offloaded, and I'll check in with you in a bit. Detroit. Or how they say it, Detroit. Depends on where you're from, I guess. If you're from here, it's Detroit. Canadians say it Detroit, like Roit, Detroit. If you're from Detroit, you call it Detroit. It's like Detroit, Royet, Detroit, Detroit. I think the US states just go, that fucking shithole. I think most people just go, oh, that shithole. This is my least favorite border in all of Canada. Well, I'm actually now in the States, right? To cross this one, you got to come into the States to do it. But this is my least favorite border crossing that I do. I ran into problems here a few years ago. Oh, we're going back more than that, more than a few years. We're probably talking 10 or 11 years. And I made a comment under my breath about the US Customs agent in the booth, and I didn't think she could hear me, but as she was closing the window, I muttered something under my breath, and she heard it. How Grandma heard that was beyond me. I don't have a clue, but she heard it. And for that indiscretion, I ended up over at X-Ray. I ended up with the full search, the truck, the trailer. No rubber glove. No rubber glove. I was impressed with that. I thought for sure I was getting the rubber. I thought I was getting the double rubber glove on that, but no rubber glove. But then about 5-6 days later, I crossed at Detroit again, and I was instantly flagged into X-ray. Over to secondary. And then again and again and again, until finally I asked, I had a young guy, and I said, this is like my 5th time here, and before anything, he goes, yeah, you're black flagged, man. Or sorry, you're red flagged. I go, red flagged? He goes, yeah, we don't even ask any questions. We check your load, make sure your load is good, and doesn't matter whether what we think, you are automatically to go to secondary. I went, oh. I said, any reason for that? And he looked right at me and he goes, you have any problems with any of the border patrol guards? And I went, yeah. He goes, he just nodded his head and goes, yeah, there you go. So yeah, they can red flag you and black flag you. If you're black flagged, they won't even let you cross. If you're red flagged, they just search. But it seems that, I guess, over time, it kind of goes, I don't know if it goes away or whatnot, because I've crossed here many times now in the last couple of years and had only once have I been pulled in to secondary. So it's one of those, okay, what can you do, right? Hold on, we gotta go on duty here for sitting here. I forgot all about this. Customs. There we go. Yeah, when you're crossing the border, you have to actually go on duty. So I am, for all intents and purposes, on duty right now. I usually keep it in driving, or if there's a real big backup, I'll go off duty. You're not supposed to, but I will, because you can chew up an hour. If this place is really busy, like it's not busy today, but if it's really busy, you can chew up an hour in here. So I prefer to just do it this way. I go off duty if it's really bad, but right now I just went on duty. I should be through here in a couple of minutes, couple of seconds. I know that they don't like us filming through here, so I'm just gonna kill this here, and I'll pick this back up on the other side. You know what? Fuck it, let's film this. So if I get tossed in the can, you fuckers are gonna throw my bail. most important rule about coming to customs is do not set your brakes. They will say some very unspiritual things to you if you set your brakes. Good afternoon.
Hey, where you headed, Brian?
Just over to Plymouth.
Yeah.
Cornstarch.
Headed there?
No, sir.
Okay.
Thanks, man. You have a good day.
Thanks.
That is it, ladies and gentlemen. That is it. If I didn't know better, I would think that just his window was closed when I pulled up, right? And as soon as he pulled that window up, I think he farted in there. And then he opened the window and the air came whoosh out. It hit me. Because I'll give him credit. Damn, it was a damn good fart because it choked me. Ooh. Ungawa. That's bad. Anyway, let's get the hell out of here. We are grabbing I-96 and following that pretty much right to Plymouth, which is like a, I don't know what you want to call it, like a suburb of Detroit. I remember back in the old days, none of this was here. You used to come out right there and empty right out onto that road there. And you didn't stop at the lights. If it was nighttime, you didn't stop at the lights. You didn't stop at stop signs. You didn't stop at anything until you got down to the highway. And all of these buildings along here are all windows. Are all got boards and cages on them. Well, this building here is actually all boarded up. So cool. Lots changed since the old days. So, I-96 it is. Let's go for a ride. Well, let's get that window rolled up. The air conditioning is on. It's getting a little toasty. It is 30 degrees Celsius here in Detroit. 30! Damn. Almost wasn't paying attention there. Almost embarrassing that you saw me do that. There we go. We are 24 miles away, so how about I'll check in with you when I get there. Go to work. Ooh. Tight little place. Tight little place. There's a little bit of room. You can work in here. It's tight. Now, I was just on the phone with a friend of mine who's been here a few times. He said, just park and block the doors, which I don't like to do, but park and block the doors and then walk inside. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm good at parking and blocking doors. Can't say the same about walking inside. Woo! All right, let's go see what these guys want me to do here. Back in a minute. pulls out, we can pull in. And there's Holland right there. All right, so this is one of those places that, as you can see, you back indoors, right? You gotta back indoors, and it's still daylight out, so it's a bitch. Some of these are a bitch, especially because the sun was right behind me at the top of the building. So it doesn't matter how clean your mirrors are, it's a bitch to back in. But you can see it's also one of those old, like how much room there is. Like, there's enough room for me to walk back there, but there's not a lot of room. Like, you couldn't do anything back there. It's pretty bloody fucking tight back there. But let's just go. So here I am, right? So I got shoulder, not bad. Let's go take a look, see what they're doing here. No, they haven't started yet. I know they haven't started yet. There's my silica. Probably do it myself faster than these guys. Anyway, I'm just gonna go for a walk around. It's not a very big yard here, but it's big enough that I can go stretch my legs. I'm having issues again with blood clots. The last thing I need to do is let it get to the point where it pulls me off the road or puts me back in, puts me back on my couch for another, 8, 9, 10 weeks or whatever. So part of that is I do need to walk. I do need to go for a walk. So I don't know what's wrong with this goddamn stabilizer. It doesn't seem too fucking stable, does it? Anyway, I guess he's got extra money. He can burn the fuel. So yeah, the yard, this is as big as the yard is. The yard's not very big. This is it. So I'm just gonna do a couple laps around here just to get my legs. I've got 4 hours left on my day. I am exactly 2 hours from Battle Creek. So if I can get in and out of here in under 2 hours, which hopefully I can make it down to Battle Creek and at least get the load on. If I can do that and at least get the load on and get the hell out of here, then I'm in good shape. If not, then I'm gonna park it somewhere on 96 on the way down there, and I can probably get it in the morning. I know that they ship 24 hours, so all I gotta do is get close, let the clock, if my clock runs out, I can get close, kick it up in the morning as soon as my 10's done, get in there, get it loaded. From there back to it's called Louisville, Quebec, which is basically it's like Trois-Rivières. It's 700 and it's not that far. It's 790 miles, something like that. So it'll be a midday Friday delivery. If it picks up tomorrow morning, being Thursday, it'll be a mid-Friday delivery, and that's all right. That's not bad. And from there, then it's usually we just go back empty back to our yard, and that'll be my week. It's only a short week. We don't run over weekends here, or they try not to run us over weekends. But I'm going to ask them if they've got anything that could maybe run me out over the weekend. I don't know. We'll see. But either way, I should probably be home in the door. If there's nothing over the weekend, I should be home in the door sometime just after supper Friday night. So that's kind of what we're looking at here. There's the beard. Whoosh, whoosh. Makes it look like I'm walking fast, eh? The only thing fast around me is a cheeseburger going down. Anyway, there's a guy in that Pete over there. There's a guy in the Kenworth beside me. They're all looking at me like, what are you doing, Martian? Walking around with this stupid thing, but you're sharing my journey. Anyway, I'm now gonna go get a drink of water, have a snack, and I'll catch up with you in a bit.